Let's set the stage a bit. Just a few days ago, on February 27, 2025, U.S. President Donald Trump announced a new threat to European leaders to impose a 25% tariff on European Union imports. The EU has vowed to retaliate with robust countermeasures targeting prominent American industries like bourbon and motorcycles. This escalating trade tension between the U.S. and the EU is creating a ripple effect across the globe. This move is part of a broader narrative where Trump claims the EU was formed to screw the U.S., a stance that has been met with strong opposition from European leaders. Now, let's talk about how this is impacting the Netherlands. As a key player in European trade, the Netherlands is facing a challenging environment. The country is heavily reliant on exports, and any disruption in trade with major partners like the U.S. could have significant economic implications. In fact, estimates suggest that these tariffs could lead to a reduction in Dutch exports to the U.S., potentially impacting the country's economic growth by as much as 0.9%. But here's where things get really interesting. Amidst these challenges, the Netherlands is actively seeking to diversify its trade relationships. In March 2024, Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte made a historic visit to China, marking his first diplomatic trip since 2005. This visit was significant not just because of its timing, but also because it underscored the Netherlands' desire to expand bilateral cooperation and business activities with China. The Netherlands is already the EU's largest importer from China, and this relationship is poised to grow even stronger. However, there are also challenges to navigate, such as the ongoing tensions over export restrictions on advanced microchips. Despite these hurdles, both countries are committed to finding ways to work together, and we're seeing some exciting developments in areas like technology and innovation. As we explore this story further, we'll delve into the details of how the Netherlands is balancing its relations with both the US and China, and what this means for global trade dynamics. We'll look at recent diplomatic visits, trade statistics, and the potential opportunities and challenges that come with strengthening ties with China. So let's dive in and see how these strategic shifts are shaping the future of international trade. As of February 27, 2025, U.S. President Donald Trump has announced plans to impose a 25% tariff on imports from the European Union. This move is part of his broader strategy to address what he perceives as unfair trade practices by the EU. Trump claims that the EU was formed to disadvantage the United States, a statement that has been met with strong opposition from European leaders. The proposed tariffs would apply to a range of products, including cars and other goods. Trump has emphasized that the EU does not accept American vehicles and agricultural products, while the U.S. accepts everything from them. However, the EU has countered that it provides a large market for American companies, benefiting the U.S. economy significantly. The EU has vowed to respond swiftly and firmly against these tariffs, planning to target prominent American industries such as bourbon, jeans, and motorcycles. This escalation in trade tensions could have significant implications for European economies, including the Netherlands. In fact, a 25% tariff on EU imports could lead to a sharp fall in Eurozone exports, potentially causing economic stagnation. Products like cars and pharmaceuticals are particularly vulnerable, as they make up a substantial portion of EU exports to the US. For the Netherlands, these tariffs pose a challenge. As a major exporter within the EU, any disruption in trade with the US could impact its economic growth. The Netherlands is already navigating complex trade relationships, and these tariffs add another layer of uncertainty. In recent decades, the relationship has deepened, particularly after President Xi Jinping's visit to The Hague in 2014. This visit led to the establishment of an open and pragmatic partnership for comprehensive cooperation, emphasizing mutual development goals. Fast forward to March 27, 2024, when Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte made a historic visit to China. This was his first diplomatic trip to China since 2005 and marked a significant moment in bilateral relations. During his visit, Prime Minister Rutte met with Chinese President Xi Jinping and the Chinese Minister of Commerce Wang Wentao. They discussed expanding bilateral cooperation and addressing international issues, including the ongoing decoupling discourse between the West and China. This visit underscored the Netherlands' desire to strengthen economic ties with China, despite tensions over export restrictions on advanced microchips. The Netherlands has been under pressure from the U.S. to limit these exports, which has complicated its relations with China. In terms of trade, the Netherlands and China have a robust relationship. In 2023, the Netherlands emerged as the EU's largest importer from China, with imports totaling over 117 billion euros. This figure highlights the significant trade imbalance, as the Netherlands exports much less to China compared to what it imports. In 2023, Dutch exports to China reached approximately 22 billion euros. China's leading exports to the Netherlands include telephones, semiconductors, computers, electrical transformers, and electric batteries. On the other hand, the Netherlands primarily exports malt extract, machinery, polyacetals, pig meat, and packaged medicaments to China. These trade figures demonstrate the strong economic ties between the two nations, despite the challenges they face. As we move forward, it will be interesting to see how these relations evolve, especially given the broader geopolitical context. In 2025, several high-level visits are planned between the Netherlands and China. Dutch Prime Minister Dick Schoof, along with Ministers Reinhard Klever and Casper Veldkamp, will visit China to strengthen bilateral ties and address key global and regional issues. Minister Klever will lead a trade delegation in June, focusing on deepening economic partnerships and exploring opportunities for Dutch businesses in China. Meanwhile, Minister Veldkamp will make a diplomatic visit in March, emphasizing the strengthening of diplomatic ties and addressing mutual geopolitical concerns. China has expressed its readiness to expand economic exchanges with the Netherlands, emphasizing the principle of mutual benefit. During a phone call with Dutch Prime Minister Dick Schoof in November 2024, Chinese Premier Li Qiang highlighted the steady and rapid development of China-Netherlands relations under the strategic guidance of both countries' leaders. China is committed to maintaining close exchanges with the Netherlands, strengthening dialogue and communication, and consolidating political mutual trust to provide a solid foundation for bilateral relations. One of the key areas of cooperation between the Netherlands and China is technology and innovation. The Netherlands Innovation Network in China facilitates research, high-tech development, and innovation cooperation between the two countries, focusing on science, research, technology, and innovation. Additionally, both nations have signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Science, Technology, and Innovation (STI) cooperation, which includes areas like healthcare technology and climate initiatives. Other potential sectors for collaboration include water management, green development, and medical and healthcare. During recent diplomatic visits, discussions centered on these areas, with both sides agreeing to promote an open-world economy and strengthen cooperation in green development. The Netherlands' expertise in agriculture and water management, combined with China's advancements in healthcare technology, presents a promising foundation for future collaborations. As these strategic talks and visits unfold, it will be interesting to see how they shape the future of Netherlands-China relations and contribute to global economic stability. Let's move on to explore the challenges and opportunities that come with these developments. One of the significant challenges is balancing relations with both the US and China. The Netherlands is highly exposed to trade conflicts due to its strong trade orientation, and the ongoing US-China rivalry poses direct and indirect risks. For instance, the US regulations on ASML, a Dutch multinational, have restricted the export of advanced lithography machines to China, creating tension in Netherlands-China relations. Additionally, there is an ideological gap between China and Western countries, which can limit the nature of their relations. Furthermore, China's fast-growing domestic market and large R&D budgets create favorable conditions for Dutch entrepreneurs. The Netherlands' exports to China have increased significantly over the past few years, reaching over 30 billion euros in 2023, primarily consisting of prepared foodstuffs, specialized machinery, and other goods. The strengthening of Netherlands-China relations has broader implications for global trade dynamics. As the EU and US navigate their own trade tensions, the Netherlands' approach could serve as a model for other European countries seeking to balance their relationships with major economic powers. In conclusion, while challenges exist, the opportunities for mutual growth and technological innovation make this alliance an important strategic move for both nations.